8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are live for another episode of Barbershop Story Podcast. Episode 141. And we're here with one of Eastside's finest. No, we'll just go ahead and say Birmingham's finest. He's running for City Council, District 4. We're going to see what he's talking about. And if you don't know him, you will know him before you leave tonight. So before we go any further, make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. And if you don't like something on here, that's fine too. Just make sure you put it in there respectfully. Because we ban folk, block stuff, and leak stuff. We do all that when we get first time we see it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this interview started up right now. And of course, you are watching Barbershop Stories, the podcast, man. Like on YouTube, the Facebook, and any platform you see Barbershop Stories podcast. So let's go ahead and give it up to Joe. Holt!
Hey.
Joe. Holt! What's going on, Joe?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah,
What's
we
up?
appreciate you. We appreciate you coming on here the Barbershop Story, the podcast, this time of night, man. You know, most folks our age be sleep or sleepy.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yes,
So yeah, man. So I'll be sitting here one of the hosts tonight. I am comedian narrator Benny Mac, or just Senator Benny Mac and that gentleman. I'll tell you who he is right there.
Hey, Joe, they call me No Nose, you know it, but we keep some info for them. That's what we're going to roll with tonight,
Yes, sir.
man. Going to get to know a little bit more about Joe.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well that's what's happening. We're just gonna get right on into it, man. Right now we are in a turbulent time. Some people say in the city of Birmingham, far as with the councilman, far as with the mayor, far as with the Jefferson County Commission, the state government, all the way down to the neighborhood offices. And you running for District 4, city councilman in the city of Birmingham. What's the difference between Joe and anybody else we done seen on the council to do something for the city? What's the difference between you and anybody else that we've seen? Why should they believe Joe?
I think the difference is I say this because it's from the hood. It's homegrown. Mm-hmm. That's me. I'm homegrown. I grew up in Kingston off 42nd by Stockton Park. We used to shoot ball together lots of times. Yeah, he used to call me Broadway Joe. I used to come in and try to do my thing. I had a little game back in the day, but
you were fat.
Hey,
He was fat.
I was pretty decent.
No,
now.
I'm talking about him. The fact you said
Yeah, he was good. We was out there.
So
we was out there.
So if it's 5-on-5 and then 11 folks out there, he getting that pick.
He got picked every time.
Okay.
He got picked. He had that height and he could shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, so we was out there in Stockton Park back in the day, like when they really had the goals on the other side and on both sides. And we used to be out there shooting all the time. But I'm homegrown from the community. I grew up in Kingston. I live in Woodlawn, but I've been investing in the neighborhood all my life. I never ran away from it. I always believed in it. Buying old abandoned drug houses, fixing them up, investing in the community. And so that's, I'm homegrown. I think the difference in me is the heart that I have for the community, that I really want to see it change and be what it used to be when I was a little boy.
Okay, that's what's up. Now, District 4, I know they did a few moves around the city as far as redistricting. What does District 4 cover now? As of now, I know a few spots on the east side, but what does District 4 cover?
It got 19 neighborhoods. I think they was trying to do some rezoning, and that was just trying to make it more like a neighborhood business district. Like this right here is now a neighborhood business district, and they're trying to bring more entertainment parts to it to expand it so more people come in and invest. So that's what they're doing more of. But it covers Kingston, Inglenook, East Birmingham, North Birmingham, Maple Groves, Pine Knolls, Inglenook, Collegeville, Vice Hill. It's got so many areas to it that it covers. It's one of the largest districts, District 4. But it's a large district that is covered also in poverty. You know, it's a large district, but it's also covered in a lot of poverty that we got to do something about.
What can you actually do from a councilman's seat to make a difference in I guess that subject matter there, poverty. I mean, amongst other things going on also, but poverty. How effective do you think you can be from a councilman's seat?
Well, I think that the councilman helps make a lot of legislation and allocating funds across the board. That's the thing that I see a disparity in, where we see money going to certain places, but we see money not making it to other areas. Like, I grew up in Kingston, and there's no reason why that Kingston, when I grew up, and I'm 50 now, that when I was a little boy, Kingston still looks the same when I drive there now from when I was a child. Okay, and so I brought stuff like this that's on the internet. So since we're talking about the poverty and I'm talking about the money, is this why you had information? There's one for you and there's one for you. This is on the internet. Now this is the Arbor funds that came from that came to District 4. Underneath say District 5 on the website, so different districts. But at the top of it says Pine Knoll Vista Capital Project. They got $400,000 for Pine Knolls. Now, Pine Knolls is a community, a small community that has 350 people only in it. Okay, but on here they also got another $35,000 for a walking trail. So that's $435,000 given from the $3 million that was allocated to the councilman. That goes to a neighborhood that only has 350 people in it. Now, Collegeville doesn't get no money on here for no capital project, and they need it. They have 2,900 people listed living there. Kingston isn't on here. They need capital project money. They're not on here, and they have a total of 3,100 people on there. So there's several poverty-stricken neighborhoods that don't get any funding when they got money to do it, but they give it to the areas that look good so they can take a picture and say, look at these nice houses in Pine Knolls. And so the money is the problem. So if I'm in the seat, I can now say, okay, you give me this money to allocate. Okay, Kingston is a mess. All right, let me get with the neighborhood president. What do we need to do? What areas are starving the most? So I can give money to that area. Inglenook is a mess. What areas do you need funded? So in $400,000 there, I could do $100,000 in Kingston. I could do $100,000 in Inglenook. I could do $100,000 in So what we're seeing over time, man, is money's not making it to us. It's there.
So do you think it's not making it because whoever the council person is now don't allocate it for it, or it's just simply overlooked by the city?
It's well, we can't say it's overlooked by the city when the mayor said, hey, you get $3 million for District 5, you get $3 million for District 6, you get $3 million for District 9. So he did his part. He's out of it. Mm-hmm. Now, as a councilman, it's up to me to sit down and say where this money goes. And so when the person gets in the seat, they have to have the pain and the experience that you have. So you can sit and say, man, I've been in Kingston. I done seen, drug abuse. I done seen abandoned crack house. We done seen this stuff. So when we get in the seat, no, I know where money needs to go. Because I grew up there on that street. That street is a mess. So but if you didn't grow up here, if you just moved here so you could get a councilman seat, you don't have the experience that I have of seeing kids in the neighborhood never get somebody passing out groceries unless we go to Martin Luther King Center and we get the free cheese and the stuff, the WIC vouchers. That's where we grew up. But when somebody moves here for a seat, they don't care. They want to go and spread the money where they can look good, not where it's needed, because they're scared to go there.
And I guess the reason why I was asking that, because I know the city operates as a business. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the things like sidewalks and putting up light bulbs and street resurfacing,
right,
that's part of the job anyway. So even though I understand that, they got it allocated and what money they're going to give, but it should be a base that they should have to do anyway though. So who would be on that for that councilman, for that district? Or is it just for the overseer or the manager of the city to just notice that it has to be done by schedule anyway?
That's a great question. And it's going to fall on the councilman far as when he gets money. This was money he was given. Mm-hmm. So he has to allocate it to the areas that he feel is needed. Now, what happens in the neighborhood like Woodlawn, you see all the vast improvements. When I was renovating houses and flipping houses, they got a comp. And when they got that comp, they said, now we can build houses. So when you see growth in the neighborhood, that's when the city is going to say, all right, it's time to go fix this sidewalk. So they start tearing up sidewalks like they did in Woodlawn now. They start paving sidewalk. They start putting trees down across the sidewalk. They start changing new lighting. They call a company in from Georgia, change our lighting. So all the lighting in Woodlawn has been changed. Sidewalks have been redid. Trees have been planted because they see growth. The city's not going to invest in anywhere that they're not going to get a return on their money to show growth. So let me give you an example. West End, ain't no trees, ain't no lighting, ain't no sidewalk being redone because it's poverty stricken. So anytime you get an area where other demographics come in and invest and you see growth like we're seeing in Woodlawn. I was over here before all of this in 2010 buying houses when there was gunshots everywhere. There wasn't no trees, there wasn't no lights, there wasn't no sidewalks, there wasn't no street sweeping. But now that they've turned to a neighborhood business district right where you are, they done did all the sidewalks and did all the lights because it's a return on their investment. So when people come off airport and they drive around here, they say, "Ooh, this is nice. I feel safe." So they would do Airbnbs here and they would stay here. Just that simple.
Okay, that's what's happening. Well, let me ask you this, Joe. Now, I guess one big thing that I've noticed, and I don't hear very many candidates talk about it, with some of the things that you want to do, you know, when you're elected councilman.
Absolutely.
Would it be kind of difficult doing now, considering they got that Mayor Council Act that came in place, maybe about 8 years ago?
Yeah.
Would it be a little bit more difficult to do that, and how would you work around that?
Well, that's another great question too, man. Well, whatever he gives you, like he gave this, you do right by this because he got $3 million. So it's up to me to allocate this right because he's going to say, despite the Mayor Council Act, I still gave you $3 million. So don't come to me. It was your job to do right by this money. That's number one. But to get around the Mayor Council Act, you have to be unified. You have to have a city council that says, hey, what you going to do? What you gonna do? No, I'm not with it. You know, and everybody has to stand together. I can't remember. I think it was Archer's Gunn, who was actually the councilman for his district. He came with something. It takes 5, and back then it took 5 to get you approved. But if I can't get something, and I feel like the Mayor Council is going to block it, I have to call people like Mr. Robert here and other presidents and say, hey, bring everybody you got. Because unity, showing that my community supports me, will make people change their mind. So in my opinion, to get around the Mayor Council Act, you have to be a strong councilman that's in the community, that people don't mind getting out their bed and don't mind getting up for you and show unity. In that Malcolm X movie, Malcolm X got in the middle of the street and he had all the men, and he did the hand, and they turned, and they went, and that officer said, one man shouldn't have so much power. That's what a councilman has to be. In his community, he has to be able to go door to door and say, hey, I need you, the mayor tripping, and 50 to 60 people say, we with you, we'll be up there, and we're going to stand with you in front of him. That's what you got to have. But first, you got to be in the neighborhood so they know they can trust you, and you're not robbing them, and you're not taking money from other big companies. You are who you say you are. And I am a product of this community, and I want to see every area get money. It bothers me, man, that I still look in Kingston, and it's still the same way. And Collegeville looks like a third world country, and them people don't deserve it. It's not right, and every area should see money.
I agree.
And coming from these different parts of town, seeing these different parts of town, coming from where you come from, is that what drives you? Is that what makes you want to be the next councilman for the district you grew up in?
It's the elders. Mr. Jimmy Smith in Collegeville, like 92 years old, and he was like, we need you, sir. We need you. And different people around the neighborhood, Miss Jenkins and Miss Fisher, different people around the vast neighborhoods, calling me saying, hey, you the only one that we know really lives up to what you say you do. Because I've been doing this a long time, and you know it, we've been from the same place. I've been helping children and kids ever since years and years, about 10 years. I've been cutting grass for ladies in the neighborhood and elders for probably 8 years. I've been building up houses in the community for years. People call me all the time, like, what Woodlawn like, and what other neighborhoods to buy in, because I was the first in Woodlawn. But that's what's driving, man. The people in the community, and it breaks my heart to see we don't have what I grew up on. And that was the old ladies sitting on the porch, and they had their little old nightgown on and stuff, and they were sitting out there reading the paper, and they wasn't scared. You know, they sat on the porch all day, and they had the little cardboard neighborhood watch sign in their window, and they was proud of it. And now the streets are nasty. The grass don't get cut. Some young boy gonna disrespect them and shoot by their house, and no, the police takes 15 to 20 to 30 minutes to come if they show up. Because these areas right here are not important. If it comes down to Avondale or Kingston, they're going there first. And that's not right. And these are the concerns that the people are saying. Like, we got, Kingston sometimes has one officer for this beat and Avondale, or this beat and Eastlake. So how can one officer serve two neighborhoods? How? You know, and it's not right that this lady a house is getting broken into, but you're in Avondale because that's a business district, and that's more important than that lady who is 80-some years old that's scared to death, and this young boy done kicked her door in. It's not right, man. And just because it's a poverty-stricken area does not mean it shouldn't have the same rights as Hoover. And that's why I'm running, and that's what hurts my heart, man. I'm getting emotional talking about it, because I went to that lady's house, man, and fixed her glass late at night. Because the dude busted glass, and the police never showed up, man. They said they had another call. And I understand they short-handed, and I understand they busy, but that lady's 82 years old. And imagine how scared she is. And she called me, and I got out of my bed at 12 midnight, and because that lady was scared. And nobody wants to come to Kingston. And it's not right. And so we got to have somebody in the office to say, hey, we're going to hold you accountable. Why y'all didn't show up? So if I'm councilman, I can go there the next day and say, hey, we need a public safety meeting because nobody came to this lady's house, and we need to see why. Because if we need more officers, we need more officers. But it's too many times the areas deemed poverty gets overlooked by public safety, gets overlooked by public officials, and it's not right, man. It's not right at all.
So when they called you, Joe, you had came around that baseball bat or that fat?
No, I don't have to do that. I'm gonna say I don't have to do it because I called my partner Rashid, I called Kent, some people in the hood that's well known, my friends, and the people sit out there with me. Like I'm really from this. People they see this me running for politics, but they don't know I'm from Kingston. I'm from right there on the corner where the grocery store was and all that. I know everybody, and so I just gotta make a phone call. And Joe, we'll sit outside. You know, so I don't have no problem with that, but we got to do something where making it fair, man. It's not fair with every community, and it got to change, man.
Yeah, I agree.
What the punishment is? What's the penalty for the police not showing up at the call? We had one too many interviews where people say they done called the police and they ain't showed up. That's crazy.
Well, what they say is when they come to the neighborhood meeting, they say we're sorry.
They said they ain't coming.
We short-handed. See, when you don't have enough officers, you can lean on that all day long. Because people start repeating it. Well, you know they're short-handed. But if I don't go to a job with the right tools and with everything I need to do that job properly, they're going to fire me. Yeah. And so the neighborhood got
a no-show though. I mean, I might give you a slow pull-up, a few minutes late, but
over here,
no-show on a police call.
Over here, man, please, Kingston, Collegeville, Inglenook. Yeah. Oh man, it's no shows, and it's not. Some of the officers, it's not their fault because they're only one officer, and they'll tell you in the neighborhood meetings. I'm there at the neighborhood meetings. They say, hey, we're sorry, but it's one officer on patrol for two neighborhoods. So if they shooting there, let's flip a coin. Now we ain't going to Kingston because they may be some real killers in Kingston. Let's go over here to Eastlake. So it's flip a coin, and it's not right. It's not right. Every neighborhood should have patrol. If you go to Kingston meeting, that officer tell you, I'm sorry, we got one officer for two neighborhoods. Go to Inglenook, I'm sorry, we didn't have an officer last night for your neighborhood. We didn't have one? Like, this is all on neighborhood meetings on their sheets where they have to keep notes. I'm telling you what I hear. And so you have to have a representative to say, hey, we need to talk. Let me meet with the chief. I want to know why Kingston doesn't have officer. I want to know why England don't have officer. Because this is stuff that's going under the table that nobody wants to address, that poverty areas not getting proper patrol, not getting proper treatment. The officers show up and they don't really care. They're like, well, we're right to report where they stole. All right, we're right. It's not, we got to get to real customer service. Taxpayers pay money. You need to show up and be responsible. You need to show up and have good customer service and treat people. Just because that lady live in Kingston and not in Avondale don't mean you get to treat her any kind of way like she don't matter. And we got to get away from that, man.
That's true. That's true. All right, so with District 40, y'all cover the East Lake area too?
It's divided two. It's two. It's
on the south end of East Lake.
Quinn.
North.
It's Quinn and JT Moore have the same part of the north East Lake, and then the other guy has the south part. Forgot his name. Hunter. I think it's Hunter.
Okay.
Yeah, he has the south part of East Lake, and so that's another thing too, man. I want to say the people in the neighborhood have to stand up, and if you won't change, like I won't change, so I'm running for a seat. If you won't change, you should run for a seat. We had 2 seats that nobody ran against them. That's Mr. Hunter in East Lake. There's Darryl Quinn. I think nobody ran against either one of them. And if you can't complain when you don't run. And so if they're doing a good job, then so be it. They should stay there. But if you got complaints, throw your name in the hat and see what God could do for you and see what you could do by making a difference. Put your name in the hat. We got 2 seats that nobody ran, and they're some of them predominant black neighborhoods. Smithfield is predominant black. I mean, District 5 is almost predominant black district. And so a lot of people are not running, and so we got to throw our name in the hat if we won't change. I won't change. I want to see change, so I put my name in the hat.
But you think they can be doing that though, Joe, because they done been beat down by politics? Because in this city, man, we've seen a black mayor for 46 years now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We've seen black councilmen, black Jefferson County commissioners, black neighborhood officers, black police, black citizens. And I think some people, man, they've been going through the rope-a-dope so long, it drew a lot of interest, and you can tell by even with the voter turnout. You think that could be a big thing too? Because I think one thing that I see some candidates do it, but I think what should do more is kind of like some voter education.
Yeah.
Like way before election even come around. Because you got some people, honestly, man, they don't know what district they in.
That's true.
They don't know who the district person is. They don't know if they running opposed or not. They don't even know what's going on. They hear about the mayor election, but they don't really think about the councilman and other positions. I think a lot of them are just a little ignorant to what's really going on, which would draw less and less attention to something if you don't feel like it's doing nothing for you.
Yeah, and I can see that, but we got to treat these elections like we treat the white police when they beat up somebody black. We say no justice, no peace. Mm-hmm. So we got to treat the elections the same way. If you're not doing right by me, we're not getting no justice, you won't get no peace. I'm going to come to City Hall. I'm going to vote. I'm going to vote you out. I'm going to tell you what you're not doing. So we got to get to that in politics. We got to get to that. We're not holding people accountable. We just like, it is what it is. And people do change when they get in that office. People do start looking different because they see all the opportunity that they can get for themselves. So, but when somebody runs, hold them accountable. Go up there and hold them accountable like you should. Don't give up. Make sure your voice is heard. Like, people giving up too much. Like, Birmingham already lost a lot of voters because we went from number 1 to number 4 now. So in 2021, I think it was 146,000 registered voters. Then only 36,000 showed up to vote. So that's a big gap. And then now it's probably less because we number 4 now. So even in District 4, only I think it was 3,000 people voted. And this is 19 neighborhoods with 19,000 people in it, and 3,000 people voted. That's what I'm saying. So, but when something go wrong, 19,000 gonna call you. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta do it right. And if you won't change, you gotta speak up. You gotta say something. you got to do something. And I think we can't get to a place where we get numb because we haven't seen no change. But you're not seeing a change because you're not holding people accountable. We ask questions in the beginning. Like I done got over 100,000 questions. But when I get in there, people may not come say nothing else no more. Like they may not say, Joe, what's going on? Joe, this is this. Because now it's over, and they're like, it is what it is.
But see, Joe, I think that goes back to voter education, too, because when you think about it, the city council meeting is at 9 a.m. on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of people are at work.
That's true.
All right, so that ain't no excuse, but it's definitely a reason. All right, two, just like you said, all right, we hired Joe and Mr. Robert and a couple other people for this job. I don't think they feel like in their mind, I got to call you every day, man, tell me have you done your job. And then even when speaking about accountability, I hear that word thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, can a voter really hold this person accountable until after the fact? And the reason why I'm saying that is because let's go back when Rhonda Woodfin first got voted in. They were talking about the stadium, right? So the city was up for saying, look, we're going to do $90 million for 30 years, $3 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's elected in office because they felt like he was a great guy.
Right.
But when they voted on that stadium, you couldn't hold nobody accountable. They talked within themselves about that. So even if they made a decision, whether it was good or bad, let's just say it was a bad decision, not good for the city, how do you hold him accountable? Do they do recall elections in Birmingham? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I hear that, and what I don't want to do is just always be blaming the citizen, because the citizens, we hear them in barbershop, they raise hell all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But they feel powerless too, because even if I voted this person in, if they go to fucking up the first couple of weeks, we got 4 more years to deal with.
Who you got until they go.
Yeah, so because I respect you for saying it, and I think you're a great guy. I see your work that you do in the community thus far. But I know a lot of times when a person who's a candidate saying they running for something, instead of saying hold them accountability, I think they need to just be more vocal and saying, look, this was happening. I proposed this. Mm-hmm. This nigga said no. This nigga said no too.
Right.
This what we looking at.
Right.
And I think that works better because really, I don't think they have enough information to even make sometime the best decision for what's going on in the city because they don't know.
Yeah.
You just hear some people come out of the office and they going against each other.
Yep. And the city got a program called ACE where you can go and learn about the politics and things like that. But I think, and that, man, you make some great points and great conversation, but it has to be transparency. Like, I have to be vocal, but also visible. So I have to continue to go to the meetings. I got to continue to go to the neighborhood meetings. I got to continue to talk to people. But even if I'm vocal and visible, I'm still vulnerable with the people. Because no matter what, let me prime example. Yesterday, I stood up with some people from Collegeville. They went to the city and they went to the council and they said, we're tired of Collegeville being treated and ignored. We're tired of Collegeville being left out of everything. It's light industrial. They stood up for themselves. Now the news crew was in the back. The news got an interview with them. That day, they got a direct meeting with the city, the community development, addressing the issues that day. So they called in the room 215, said, all right, let's talk about this, and the news was there. The news did an article on it. And I say that because I can be vocal, I can be visible, but that's not it. I'm still vulnerable toward those people because whether you realize or not, the more people have power and the more they come together. That was like only 8 people yesterday, but they got a meeting that day. Now imagine if it was 40 in there. They would have had a meeting with the mayor because numbers matter. People won't forget how you treat them. And if they got power and they stand together, they can get some stuff done. They got a meeting that day with 8 people. And they got their issues discussed. They said they're going to have a counter meeting with them because the city and the elected officials don't want bad publicity. They don't want that exposure. They don't want that looking like we don't care about the people. And not enough people hold them accountable. And it's all one. It's all one. I gotta be transparent. I gotta come to those meetings and say, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. If I go in there and it's the mayor council ad and they're like, listen, just vote it down, I'm not taking that on me. I'm gonna say, hey, I want money for Collegeville. I want to do this. Well, Joe, you overruled. Hey, they told me. He told me I'm overruled. I can't do it. I did my part. I'm coming to that meeting. I'm gonna say, hey, this is what we talked about, right? He shot it down. Now y'all go talk to him. Because I stood up for you. I did my part. I'm only one. I can't do what they won't let me do. Now, if they give me money for me, then I'm going to do what I can do. But other than that, if they bring me their concerns, I'm going to go up there and sit that council. Hey, listen, I got an issue that I need to talk about. My community says this. They want this. This. It's going to be on live anyway. See what I'm saying? And I watch these meetings, and I see so many people sit there and don't say a word. And I know it's some issues in the community. They don't say nothing. Our councilman, for the whole 4 years, his mouth been closed. And these people are coming to me and like, we feel powerless. We didn't tell airport over there. Airport got homeless people sleeping in the woods, setting fires. They setting fires. So if they set a fire, and this lady lives here, and this house is all she have, and she may not have enough money to pay that insurance, but a homeless person that the city councilman didn't go there and get stuff set up for her to run them out, don't do that, and that fire reach her house. That lady's now homeless. She have nowhere to go, and she lost the only thing she had. But she dialed the number. Hey, we got homeless people here. Well, you can't get to your councilman right now. Bye. Can you tell my call? Bye. All that, and she gave up. So if her house catch on fire, where is she gonna go? But nobody's addressing that issue. And so we got those issues all over, and it's time to stop, man. We need to make a change. And I'm doing my part. I'm standing here. I'm asking for people votes. I'm out there campaigning. But it's up to them if they want to change. It's up to them.
Some people ride with you.
That's it, man.
Okay, so District 4, boom. Joe's elected August 26th. Go. We got Joe. What would you propose for the homeless situation? Because I know, a lot of people talk about what they're going to do and all that. But if you had to put a proposal in for District 4, all right, Joe, we want you to help solve this. What would you propose to help alleviate some of the homeless crisis that we got in our city? Well, in District 4 at least.
Well, in District 4, number one, community development. I go get with community development and ask, I just got in, are you aware of this problem? Okay? And then I'm going to go to the neighborhood meeting and say, hey, I need all y'all to come up here and let's talk about what you got going on. Because I can bring it, but if I got the people bringing it with me, it validates it, okay? Then we give a community development and we take a drive out there. We meet the neighborhood president, community development, and we walk in the woods and we see where they from. Now, this is the problem that we're having. They don't live in Birmingham. Those some people that travel from somewhere else, or they got dropped out somewhere else, grab their book bag and stuff, and they're living there, because I've been over there and talked to the neighbors. They don't live there. They're not even our color, okay? So they don't live there. They got some bags and some boxes and stuff, and they stand over there in the neighborhood. We're going to tell the truth. And so nobody's going over there, not that I know of now, to handle that problem, but the neighborhoods have. So me, I would give a community development. We're going to take a trip out there. We're going to meet the neighborhood president. We're going to walk in the woods. Hey, sir, where are you from? Do you need us to take you to a shelter? So we'll get the police over there. And if they don't have nowhere to go, we'll take them to the nearest shelter. And we're going to drop them off there. We're going to clear all that out. We're going to let it go with them, wherever else, going in the trash. And we're going to cut that grass, and we can make sure that it is safe for that lady that's living behind them, living in front of them, and make sure it's safe. And if we're going to make sure there's a trespassing sign stuck in there, so if they come back again, they can't say that they're ignorant to the fact that you can't stay here. So that's what I would propose on that. And then continue to walk door to door with the neighbors in there and tell them, now listen, you got a part to play too. We need to bring back neighborhood watch. I'm not here. I don't live over here. I'm not here every day. Y'all band together. If you see them come back, you call your neighborhood president. Your neighborhood president will get in contact with me, because I have a separate phone for all of you. Call me. We will meet at the city again with community development again. Because this is the thing. If I keep calling community development and you keep coming with me, community development going to get tired too. So that's the problem. Ain't nobody making them tired. So if you keep bringing it to them, now listen, I got you see, ain't nobody. See, we get tired. So we get tired complaining. I'm tired complaining. Nobody's listening. Okay, but if you got
Like, keep beating on that door.
if you got a representative that can take you to the door, hey, okay, y'all, I don't mind. I'm paid by the city. I'm paid by taxpayers. Come back up to the city council meeting. I can knock on the, hey, I got a point of order. Hey, I got 10 people over there from the airport. Can you call community developer here? I know it can be done because we just did it at the city council meeting we just left yesterday. Them people from Collegeville came up there. They called somebody from the back. Hey, what are your needs? What's your name? What's your phone number? And they met with them that day. So if you make the city representatives tired, if you get on their nerves enough, they're going to say, hey, go fix that now, because we don't want them people to come back up here no more.
You think they're doing that because they're close to election? If
No.
you would have asked them this 2 years ago, you think they'd have moved that fast?
No, I don't think it's because of election that, because they have, see, what they're going to say is we have the resources, like this is what they said at the neighborhood meeting. Well, y'all know where we are. We have the resources for y'all, but y'all don't show up, which is a valid point. See what I'm saying? Most voters are 50 to 80 some years old. So it's no excuse why they can't come to a 9 o'clock city council. I mean, they're at home. They retired. So why won't y'all show up? So they're going to say, well, we don't, nobody, see, and in the neighborhood meeting names, it's only, so Collegeville have 10 names. You think the city care about that? So they go to where the most names are. So Kingston neighborhood meeting will have about 30 names on it. The councilman have been there every meeting. Every meeting. Now, Collegeville only showed up one time. Inglenook, he won't come back because they don't want him back over there. They fed up. So the meeting that has the most names gonna get the most attention. That's why your neighborhood meetings count. If y'all show up to the meetings, they get those meeting lists at the city. It's a copy for the president. It's a copy goes to the city. So they look at them. Oh man, we ain't going over the airport. Even 5 people show up. No. We ain't going to Collegeville. What? 9? No. So Kingston, they got 30 people. Go over there. Send the police over there. Send the fire department over there to report. So Kingston get the fire department reporting, the police reporting. They get somebody. The councilman shows up. They get all type of different sponsorship for the neighbors show up to give their reports because they got 30 names on there. Now, Mr. Robert, he gets people to show up because he don't play no games. See what I'm saying? I didn't see him. He like, no, hold on, you ain't doing that. Da, da, da. So they know certain people ain't gonna play with them, so they gonna show up to save face. And we don't want him, he raised hell. We don't want that. Show up. Send everybody. I done seen the councilman at his meeting. I done seen everybody from planning, engineering, permit. I done seen, because they know he gonna come down there. That's what I'm saying. That's what now if me and him the same, oh, it's over. It's over. Because I'm gonna come to him and say, hey, can you come up here with me? See, you gotta know your neighborhood. And I know him. I didn't watch his meeting. I didn't been to every meeting to see who gonna ride or not. And I said, okay, I know one gonna ride. I know enough. Miss Webb and Inglenook. Glenda Webb, Pastor Glenda Webb, she ain't gonna play no game. She done been there everything. Certain people, and she an ex-police officer. See what I'm saying? Certain people gonna ride, and you gotta have them riding with you. But the point I'm saying is, you gotta make sure that the city feel you. If you don't show up, they not gonna pay no attention to you. They look at them lists. They see ain't nobody coming to them neighborhood meetings. So if you don't care, they don't care. And that's just I remember my mama one time, she had whooped me, and I was taken. I got used to the whoopings. And she said, see, your grades are F. She said, well, listen, I'm tired of whooping. If you don't care, I don't care. You can flunk out. That's the same thing. The city saying, listen, y'all getting whoopings, but y'all neighborhood poor.
I'm gonna let you have.
Ain't nobody coming to the meetings. Hey, if you don't care,
Ain't no good excuse for the city though.
man, listen.
Ain't no good excuse for
I'm telling you, it go.
I'm not saying that
it go both ways now.
But what you're saying is true. But I don't think that's no excuse for them to.
But you said it's a business, though.
It is.
You said it's a business. So if it's a business, you understand where money goes. So, like I said, our councilman gave $435,000 to Pine Nose. Why did he do that? Because that picture. Look at what I've done. I did give $435,000 to this, and everybody said, "Oh, look how pretty it looks." But he won't stand in Kingston because it's not a good picture, and it takes work to develop that. So it's a business. Why is downtown beautiful? Why is downtown full of funding? Because downtown is the hub for financial prosperity. You got every building rented out. You got buildings selling for $4 million empty. You got all type of clubs and nice. Where is the police headquarters? Downtown. Everything's downtown. So it looks beautiful. So when people drive in, ooh, look at the downtown. That's why everything from downtown is being invested in, because that's money. Why Woodlawn is next to downtown? You see all these new offices now? You see a coffee shop in Woodlawn. Who now me and you have been here forever. Would we ever have dreamed of seeing? They were scared. They were scared of this neighborhood. Now it's a coffee shop. And what happens? They get a tax write-off. You know why? Because it's a low-income neighborhood that they can still say is poverty-stricken. So they get a tax break because they in a low-income neighborhood with a coffee shop. Come on, man.
Up around her ass at the night.
That's what I'm saying. So the neighborhood is changing. So now you're going to see pictures. Now you're going to see everybody from the city around here running around. They building 16 homes over here now. Because now this is a prominent neighborhood because it's connected to airport. When they get off airport, they can stop in the Airbnb. They can go get their coffee shop. They can go to I-3 Academy. They can now go to Church of the Highlands. So they got everything. Only thing they're missing that's probably coming next is a grocery store. And that's all, because you need a church, a grocery store, and a school to be a prominent neighborhood.
They got Piggly Wiggly. They just
that ain't theirs.
They just charge you 20 cents on the dollar.
That ain't theirs.
Yeah, they think they slick over there.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want a place that sells 4 for $4.
Yeah.
They want a place that says Whole Foods.
Well, I ain't worried about the 4 for $4. They just charge 10 cents on the dollar, then 10 cents.
They going up.
They say they cheaper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they going
everybody
up.
shop Piggly Wiggly and charge that 20%.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And prices changing now because they see the neighborhood changing. Everything's finna go up, man.
Piggly Wiggly been getting old.
But like I said, the city is a business. They're going to invest where they're going to get a return for their money. Why you think the amphitheater got built so fast? It got built so fast.
That's true though, and what you're saying though, Joe, and I think you'll be a great councilman because
I appreciate that.
Because you're from this area and
Yeah.
you actually, I can tell you actually got passion for it.
Yes, sir.
But man, don't get them niggas no excuses down there for not doing their job around the rest of this city.
Yeah,
Because
I understand.
Even as a business, because everybody don't come in this door don't mean I ain't gonna paint that door when I paint the bill.
Yeah.
You still got to do your job. You know, now you may not put no marble over there, but you can put some fresh linoleum.
But if they fed
can
up,
still do the job.
if they fed up, then why they keep voting the same man in? Come on now.
I think
Come
that's
on.
when it boils down to where people are not voting. Because sometimes it's almost like saying, you know what, I'm gonna eat a shit sandwich or I'm gonna eat a running shit sandwich.
Yep.
I don't want either one. So sometimes people will not vote because of that. Because I remember when people were saying they didn't like Bill or Wood.
Right.
Then it came back again. You had what was your choices last time? Because some people think about it like this, like, man, you know what, I don't even want to be responsible for neither one of them jokers, so they'll sit out.
Well, that's all right to say, but Wolfen, he exuded that President Obama when he first when he was running, because he was like, it was like that I have a dream or yes we can type deal, because he showed hope and promise. And so everybody wants to invest in the future and say, man, that's hope and promise. But it's a difference when you get behind that veil, when you get behind that curtain and that power, and people start investing. I mean, he got $700,000 invested in his campaign fund. You know, see what I'm saying? So now you see from the changes, people say, you know what? That's our guy. That we invested $700,000. Y'all ain't got it. That's our. So yes, he's part of the community. He's a fabric of the community. But now he has other interests that he has to take accountability for now too as well. And that's why I say the city gonna do what the city gonna do, but they still have to hear what the people have to say if we show power. Like yesterday, the people showed power, just 8 people. They got a meeting, they got in the news, they got an article, their voices were heard. And everybody has to do their job. The city has to do their job, and the people have to do their job. We can't get tired just because we're not getting something. We can't get tired of asking for it. We got to continue to ask for it. And that's what I'm going to do when I get in. I'm going to ask all the questions. Where is the money? Why is this like this? Who have we donated this money to? Because I saw $50,000 going to a mobile library. Where is it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's mobile.
It's on here. It's like, hey, I ain't right here. Look it up. $52,685,000 Birmingham Public Library mobile. That's what JT gave money to. A mobile library. Now, where I haven't seen it pass by me, I ain't seen it drive. I ain't seen nobody read while I was driving.
They were reading, Joe.
I don't. Hey, well, let me see a glass and show them in there reading right, because that's $52,000 that could have went to all them little league football teams that's in Kingston, in Inglenook, in Collegeville, that's out there with a sign begging for somebody to donate $10 to buy a Kingston uniform for a football team. Now tell me why they couldn't get some of that money to buy every neighborhood football team uniforms with they asking for $2,000. Hey, here's a sign, we'll wash your car for $2,000, and you got a city councilman that just gave away $52,000 for a public library. Now where is it? Because I want to read on it.
Mobile.
Yeah, mobile. Stop it from driving right here at Ben and Max, so we can get on there and read something.
Yeah, that's hard.
Man, look at it. I brought proof for you, Dave. I'm not just up here to bash nobody. I'm up here to show proof that we're looking at $52,685 for a Birmingham Public Library mobile. So show me where is that. I want to bring up 10 kids so we can drive around in air and read. Because I want to see, this is stuff nobody paying attention to. If we pull this up on the City Council Arbor funds, it show you every district where your money is. It'll show everyone. Now, $35,000 went to a Stockton Park walking trail in Kingston. Now, show me where we need that at. Who finna walk through and they scared for their life in Kingston? You finna walk? You finna do a $35,000 walking trail when we could have did several uniforms for them kids? I'm the one in Kingston C and giving money and buying pizza for the Kingston football team out there practicing with them little boys. Now they got to take up money for a uniform. Then Collegeville out there practicing, and they trying to find money for a uniform. And all these guys from the hood that's trying to do something with their life, they coaching these kids, and I give them a lot of credit for they doing the best they can, trying to better their lives and these kids, and they can't get no donation. You can't go and say, hey, you the football, let me put some structure to what you're asking. You want $2,000? Okay, we're going to put in here. I'm going to give you $2,000, but I need to see you practicing. What day you practice on? I'm going to show up to your practice. We're going to pay for the uniforms ourselves. We're going to buy you Gatorade, buy you Little Caesars. We're going to make sure you're taken care of. We're going to make sure your games have Gatorade and pizza at it. This is what we can do as a councilman with the $52,000 for a public library mobile. We could have still had money left. So why not go to Eastlake and say, y'all come back to Eastlake Park, Eastlake Cowboys. We're going to fix up your whole field. Because on here it said there's $200,000 Eastlake Park rehabilitation. Where is it? Where's the rehabilitation?
I saw about $200 worth of trees out there.
It say right here now. Right. I brought proof for y'all. $200,000 Eastlake Park rehabilitation. The pool closed. It's a burned building behind the pool. I've been posting videos on it for a minute now. The pool closed. There's a burned building behind it. The park football goals are bent down to the ground, and the fences are rusted out, and the electrical is burnt up. So where's the $200,000? Please.
They tore down the Shepherd Center.
They tore down the Shepherd Center.
$200,000 should have gone.
See that? See what I'm saying? It's on here. See, I speak facts.
Yeah.
When you drive the community, when you talk to the people, you hear their concerns. As a councilman, you're supposed to go to their concerns, and you're supposed to do something about it. We got $200,000. Please show me where the $200,000 Eastlake Park rehabilitation at. Ain't nothing done out there for $200,000. Benny, you from around here? You see $200,000? Do you see $200,000 worth?
I told you about $200-300 worth of trees out there, like going around the track. And that's gonna be a problem in about a year or so.
Yeah.
Because they too close together.
That's accountability. Where is the money?
I see 'em all the time.
Accountability, man. This is what we gotta do. Between the $400,000 for Pine Knoll, the $35,000 for Pine Knoll, and the $200,000 for Eastlake, that is $635,000 for two projects. And Pine Knoll ain't even started on their project.
Now, Joe, let's go back to this. You was speaking on accountability.
Yeah.
All right, the money that we see here, is it a way that it can be a check and balance on that? To go back and say, hey, Councilman such and such, hey, let's do an audit on where this money went to. Is that possible to do?
I'm pretty sure it is, but it take the people going to ask. See, I'm not asking, so what I'm viewed as a hater. Oh, he running against me. That's why he's asking. But I'm still asking. See, if I hadn't did lives of like, why is Collegeville Pool closed? Collegeville Pool been closed 10 years. Now they fixed it. Now they say, oh, it was always a part of the plan. Well, this is the Arbor funds. And it says right here, Collegeville gets $100,000 for open broadband expansion for Collegeville. Not no pool. They was doing internet with it. But when I started doing the videos, they took this money and did fix the pool. So this right here says broadband expansion. Now, how much internet, where the internet supposed to go for $100,000? You supposed to dig them under the ground and run to everybody's house? I'm trying to, it's $100,000. Now you see it, Benny. It's on there, open broadband expansion for Collegeville. Is this just good penmanship, writing money off, and nobody's asking, where is the $100,000? See, this is why I say that the people got to ask questions. This is on the internet right in your face. If you don't Google it and look, Arbor Funds City Council, it shows 1, 2, 3, 4 districts. If you don't look on that, you just don't know where the money is. Well, I'm showing you. Go in there and look. Ask these questions. Because $100,000 supposed to go to the internet for Collegeville. Now, where is it? The streets are tore up. The roads are nasty. There's grass high as my head all over the place over there. There's 51 abandoned houses over there. People living around trash. So tell me why we need $100,000 broadband. I'm trying to understand, what kind of internet you finna get when you can't even pay your rent and you can't even get the grass cut next to you? You got snakes, rats, and you mean tell me you checking for Wi-Fi or the rats?
They got a mobile library though.
They got a mobile library. They can drive there and read to them.
They can
read. They can read it. Whoever reading it, hey, enjoy that 52,000 because it's probably one kid on there driving around with them. Because they say our numbers are there. You ain't never seen it. Hey, because it says it's mobile now, so we need to ask them where is it driving, so we can track it. When is it available? Come to Kingston.
Now you know to call and check on it. Birmingham got a public mobile
they
library.
gotta come by here because I sure want to read them all.
That's what I'm saying. Now,
call in and check it out.
Now this is good because this is transparency. Now the questions can be asked. Now everybody that's viewing this and watch this popular podcast they can call the city and say, hey, I heard Benny say there's a $52,000 mobile library. Where is it? So bring it to my town so we can get on there and y'all can read us. So what? It's a good thing you brought up accountability. So do we know what it's supposed to do? Do we know what neighborhoods it's supposed to hit? Does it supposed to park in Kingston? Grab the people and say, bring your kids. Somebody supposed to read to them? What does the mobile library supposed to do?
I wanted to jump in there while you was on that. Like I was saying, I was just thinking to myself, but just speaking for probably how the average person probably would ask, okay, we hear you saying this stuff, trying to get in the office or attempting to run for the council seat and get in. With the voter education and all that stuff stay persistent throughout your time, or do you see it that being a help if you stay consistent with it throughout your time with the voter education, how you going down the list now, you got it all ready here and broke down ready. But like you said, we letting people know on the podcast tonight about the Birmingham Public Mobile Library that may not even know about it. Now you might have a couple folks go check it out. So I understand a citizen got to do his due diligence and knowing what's going on and what's available to him through being a taxpayer. But will the person that they elect as council in Joe be willing to keep on putting the information out there and making voters aware, making people who don't even vote aware, people that's in the community, because even though they ain't voted, they still can take advantage of what they're paying taxes to get.
Right.
But
yeah, and that's a great question, and yes, because see, I'm gonna do it because, like I said, the guy got a lot of respect for Mr. Robert. He gonna hold me accountable. But I'm gonna do it because I do it on my page anyway. When I see something that benefit people, I post it. Like I posted, they got more money for the neighborhood repairs. I posted on my page. But I'm gonna come to the meetings, man, and I'm gonna continue to come to stuff like this.
I'll be able to find you.
Yeah, I plan on. See, I'm not hard to find. I'm always around here. And so I'm gonna continue to come to places like this when I'm elected. If God let me win, I'm gonna come back here and say, hey, I won, but I'll be at every neighborhood meeting. And see, this right here is supposed to have been brought to the people. It's supposed to have been said, hey, this is what we got. I got $3 million. Now, here at Kingston, what's your main pressing issue? Let's get it done. Inglewood, what's your main pressing issue? Let's get it done. Because one thing I'm gonna do, you're not gonna have nothing on me. Because I'm going to be able to say, no. I showed up on November the 2nd, 2028, and I told you about this, and you told me you had no idea what you wanted to do. So I made a decision. See, that's what I want to be able to do. You're not going to hold on me. I'm going to bring it to you and the people. Now, if I hold a meeting and only 15 people show up, that's on you now. Because I held a meeting and those 15 people said what they wanted. So we did what they wanted to do. But I'm going to bring it to you. Whatever I have, I'm going to bring it before the people so the people can make a decision. Because I'm not just running for now. I'm running to stay in there. So my job is to make sure you're pleased and I'm pleased. And at the end of the day, if we have a disagreement, like me and Mr. Robert, he can say, well, I want this. I say, well, now we can't do all that. We only got this. And we got to come to agreement. Like, all right, this is what we're going to do. And he got to back me in it. And then till next time. So that's what I'm going to do. I grew up around Archer's Gun. Rest in peace. He was a great city councilman around here. And man, when I tell you, he's sat on the porch with my dad. And they talked, and you could find him walk around the neighborhood. And that's back when ladies were sitting on the front porch. They had their newspaper, and they could talk across the street. Hey, girl, you got some sugar? Yeah, I got some sugar. I'll be able to borrow some sugar. I want to bring that back. I want to bring back where people feel safe. They sit on their porch. Their communities are safe. But we can't do it with abandoned houses where we got to renovate them. We can't tear down every abandoned house. We got to renovate them. Because if you tear down the houses, now what you finna do, Benny? You finna call the mayor because your lot ain't cut. But you got to think, and that's what I'm going to hold a meeting about. Revitalization. We got to rebuild these houses. We got to get with the land bank and say, land bank, I want a meeting. Can we not do a land bank layaway? Because that's what I want to present. A land bank layaway. Well, Benny come and say, all right, I know the house $5,000, but we're going to put you on land bank layaway. You pay $1,000 a year, 5 years. Now you can fix it up within that time. You can pay it off in 5 years. Why can't we have that? Because every person don't have $5,000 to buy a house right now. But they can get $1,000. They can hustle with their family, and that lady can hustle. Her son give $1,000 this year and $1,000 next year, and that son can have generational wealth, and he can live in that house, and the neighborhood can be brought back. Get those abandoned houses fixed up where the neighborhood is thriving. One thing I did in Woodlawn, there were several abandoned houses. I bought one at a time, one every 6 months. Fixed it up, got a rental. Another one got a rental. And now you see kids riding on bikes. You see people in houses because the best way to get public safety is to get somebody in an abandoned house. Because now there's no squatters. There's no dogs and no rats. Now you ain't got to go to worry about that abandoned house that somebody's sleeping in, that breaking your house tomorrow, and they gone because nobody saw nothing. Because you got 6 abandoned houses around your house when you can fix them up, renovate them, but the land bank got to give. They got to give to the people. We can't take houses, take all the good houses, then say, give me $5,000. What is that? You holding me hostage. Let me get one on a layaway. Why can't we do that if we're for the people? If we're for the people, give them a layaway. If I go to the grocery, if I go to Kmart, or I go to different other stores, they say, hey, put it on layaway. Why can't we do it with the land bank? You got them all, but instead of letting somebody come from out of town, from Tennessee, an investor, and take them to the land bank and give them 10 houses for $1, why can't you do it with some people? If you're for the people, why can't you let the people get a layaway?
You should have ran for mayor, man.
No, not yet. Not yet. Give me 8 years in a councilman seat where I can get the experience and build up people like that Malcolm X movie. I'm going to try to build me about 200, 300 strong people that say, hey, and they say, when people with them say, we with Joe, and they say, no man should have that much power. That's it. That's what you got to do. But we got to get people in there that care about their community. And we don't have no representation. That's the problem. I remember when I had problem at school, and this dude, every day I went to school, he always took my brownie off my plate or something. And I came home, my dad was like, what's wrong with you, boy? I said, Dad, the dude keep taking my brownie. He said, all right. He ain't say nothing. Next day, he showed up at school, and I saw him in the lunchroom with the principal. And he went to that boy and said, leave my son alone. That's us in the neighborhood. We got to stop letting the city take our brownie. Somebody got to come and stand up and say, no, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Give them what everybody get. Everybody get a brownie, Kingston get one. Everybody get a brownie, ain't gonna get one. And that's what I'm gonna stand for. No, you're not gonna. What's the plan for Kingston?
So you standing with Baby Kingston too?
All of it. I'm
everything
from.
so
I had to
now,
walk
you know,
through Baby
them
Kingston to
two
get to
different
Kingston.
hoods.
Hey,
Them
I had
two
to walk through
different
Baby
hoods,
Kingston. I had to walk through Baby Kingston to get to Kingston Elementary back in the day. I got beat up around that hill. That hill you come down. Hey,
Kingston Elementary.
yeah. When they come down that hill, remember at the end you had to fight at the bottom of the hill.
Oh, yeah.
You had to fight, and so I lived in the house. And they lived in the project, so my day had to come. I ain't know. And then after that, they, your day comes. I had a nice polo shirt on. I ain't know. But when I got that Barber hill and that boy was standing there, he's like, all right, what's up? And I fought. And then the next day they say, all right, bro, you one of us. You one of us. You fought. That's all. And that's all the city needs to see you do. They just need to see the people fight. That's it.
That's what's happening.
That's it.
Is Coke in that district?
Who is it?
The new Coke plant they building. Is Coke in the district?
Coca-Cola. Yeah. It's
enough?
District 4. Yeah. Okay. Now look at that. Now that's another thing we gotta watch out for. Like Coca-Cola now, ain't nobody just brought them in here. Let's stop that. The district councilman trying to say he brought them in. No, Coca-Cola brought that land 10 years ago. Yeah. They bought it 10 years ago. I've been buying in Kingston forever. And I've been in Woodland and Kingston. Everybody told me I was a fool. Woodland will never come up. Now everybody saying I'm the best thing ever came around because I own a lot of property now because I saw it coming. Avondale, they was building up. I said, they got to come down the street. But Coca-Cola bought that 10 years ago. They bought all that land 10 years ago. Now they're building a $350 million Coke plant to be the new headquarters. Now, what you think Kingston finna be now? They finna tear down Kingston Projects. They finna make Kingston Projects now like Southtown. So you know what they finna tell y'all? All y'all go to Center Point because when they move us out, they send everybody to Center Point. And so Gate City, it's a fence around Gate City. Yeah. Gate City finna be taught. See, y'all gotta pay attention. When growth happens, they get rid of you. When growth happens, they don't want you. You're Section 8. You got low income. No, they want you out. They want the name low income because they get the grants. But they don't want you that come with it. So now they finna tear down King, and Avondale finna be next. They better get ready because people in Avondale already complaining. They got no AC. The projects ain't got no AC working. It's 100 degrees in there.
They trying to run them up.
They trying to. Benny, you know how it go. We ain't gonna fix nothing, but you won't say nothing. Now imagine 20 of them went to the city council meeting and said, we don't have no AC, and y'all somebody get something done. But what the city can say, we don't know about it. Because you won't say that. We don't know about it. So that we got to get rid of that you don't know. No, we told you. Now, 20 people from Avondale went to the city council meeting where the news back there waiting on something juicy to write about and say, we sweating, we dying in the project, ain't no AC. They're going to be on every news outlet. You're going to see every city truck out there, but they got to go out there. They got to go to the meeting and say something. And that's what I'm saying. Patton Park, guess what Patton Park, that Archer's gun fought for? He fought for that park to be a new park in our neighborhood. You know what Patton Park is now? It's part of the Crossplex. It's not part of the District 4 no more. The Parks and Rec that JT is over gave it away to Crossplex.
Yeah, how they do that?
Yep. You know why they did it. In my opinion,
I don't even see how they did.
They did because they park and rec. See, they're already taking stuff that belongs to you. So he says in a meeting, yeah, Patton Park ain't a part of us no more. Because he said, I'm not, because a guy in there in the England meeting said, are you giving away Patton Park? I heard you giving away Patton Park to Coca-Cola. This is what he said to get it off him. No, Patton Park is no longer a part of District 4. They put it with they put it with the Crossplex Park and Rec. So you know why they did that? So he won't be held accountable when they give it away to Coca-Cola. Because you know they want that side too. They're not just going to stay on that side. They need that side too. So the next thing you know, you're going to see not Patton Park, you're going to see Coca-Cola Park.
So to say that, to ask basically, what kind of incentives do you know or do you think that building a $350 million complex in your area, you know, what type of incentive do you think or should they bring, in your opinion, to an area? They bringing something like this right here, smack dab, boom, they bought up properties and different things to build this facility.
Well, I don't know what they paid for the land. I don't know if the city gave them the land years ago or they paid $1 for it. You know, that's a habit. Sometimes they give them stuff for $1. That may have been an incentive, but I don't know. But me personally, when they come, they got the right.
Not that the city gave them to move there, but
What should they give to the people?
What should they be giving to
Yeah.
an area or a district that
Okay.
they move to? Or
Well, they're a business and they got the right to come. You can't make them do nothing because.
Yeah.
But what I, as a councilman, would ask can they do is make a hiring for the youth and for the neighborhood. Like when you're finna have a hiring, don't just post it on Indeed. Come to us, come to me as a councilman if I'm elected and say, hey, we're getting ready to do a hiring, and let me partner with you and do a hiring blast. Let me let every neighborhood know, and let me let these youth organizations know, like my guy over there, Kobe, and all the young boys that ride with me, and say, hey, I got some 19-year-olds. Can they get in line and they can go through the interview process? Can we at least put a part in there where you hire 20% youth? Because if we don't get these kids in jobs and get them used to working again, because 18 between 25 is your crime number. If you see the murders, some boy just got killed in Eastlake, he was 21. The person that killed him was 22. You see the 18 through 25. Majority of the crime ends. If somebody shooting up somebody's car, 23 years old. The boy they called, 25 years old. It's 18 through 25. If we don't get them where they can get some good incentives. If I was the city of Birmingham, I'd be all day making hiring job fairs for the city, inviting the youth out at least 2 times a month to get them. If you got low sanitation, if you only got 1,500 workers in sanitation when you used to have 3,000, give these young boys incentives. Go and make hiring and invite see, you got to go after the mamas. Hey, mothers, listen, we got a hiring for you. This the mayor of Birmingham. We got a hiring coming. Bring your child out. We want to save them. We want to hire them. We'll give them $2,000 bonus to sign today, but they got to work at least 90 days to get the bonus, but we want them on it. And once you get them in there working and they sweeping it, because all these young kids want is a real opportunity, but they're driven by money. And you gotta make it appealing to them. $2,000 signing bonus. You start 90 days working, and you working with the city. Now listen, let me show you what else. You get 401k. You get this and that. You got Saturday and Sunday off. You can work as much overtime as you want. You gotta let them count the money, because right now they doing prize picks. They around here selling Percocet. They around here selling little bags. They're doing survival. To them, it's not wrong. To them, I tell them all day, hey, son Joe, wrong. No, Miss Joe, I got to get some money. I got to get some money. So we got to make it appealing to them and have job fairs every month. The city needs to have a job fair every month and invite the youth out. If you between 18 and 25, we'll give you $2,000 signing bonus if you sign up today to work for the city. You can start immediately, but make sure you can pass a drug test. And now you can hold the mama accountable. Hey, get that boy clean. Now, we want to hire him, but get that boy clean. Get him off that weed. Get him off that lean. And bring him up here so we can hire him. So now the mama is helping the city. Now, boy, you know we got to keep you. You can't go to jail now. We need to. Now the mama talking. Now you hold the residents accountable, because now you can say, we got $2,000 waiting on that boy if he get clean. So that's the stuff we got to do, man. That's why I would ask Coca-Cola, can you do a job fair? When you do a job fair, can I be involved? Can the city partner with you? Can I bust a bunch of kids over here so they can get a job first at Coca-Cola so we can fill it with the youth? And that's what I would ask them as an incentive. Can they partner with us to get these young folks hired?
And I think that's a good thing too, Joe. But I think if the city invites a company to come in and they offer them incentive, I think they can tell them, you want them incentive, this is what you got
I believe
to do.
so. Yeah, because they have to write it in. But I don't know if they invited Coca-Cola, because Coca-Cola had bought that 10 years ago and made a plan to come.
Yeah,
but absolutely.
They got incentive.
Yeah, well, they probably did. I would love to see it.
Yeah, white folk don't pay for nothing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Shit, they don't pay for nothing. I know you ain't gonna see it, but I see
Yeah.
it. White folk don't pay for nothing.
Jeremy said Colt didn't do anything for even the past 40 years, and they're not going to do anything for Kingston in the next 40.
Well, and if they haven't done anything, I don't know. I know they show up to the meetings. I know they said stuff at the meetings. They came to the meeting asking. Now, I was there. They was at Kingston meeting asking, what does the community need? Now I know they did that with the neighborhood president. I was there and saw them ask her what they need. So they're trying to do something. But like I said, it all has to have a representative. So if he feels like they're not going to do that, then if I'm
the right
elected,
one.
yeah, I got to get up and say, hey, the people feel like y'all just come here to take everything. Y'all not doing that. Then can you come up to the council meeting, get to the mic and tell us what your plans? That way now everybody knows, because it's on live stream, what their plans are for the neighborhood. But all it boils down to is proper representation. You got to have representation that speaks for you.
Okay, we got a question right now, Robert Walker.
That's kind of what I wanted to ask. A few years ago, and I say a few years ago, you may think it's longer than that, but I was one of the coaches for Aldridge Gun baseball team.
Oh, wow.
Kingston. And when I was coaching, we encouraged all the kids and the parents not to bring 1 cent. They got free hot dogs, they got free baseballs, they got free bats. Everything was free when you played that. And Aldridge Gun got that. That goes back to what you were saying about your representation. Aldridge Gun made all of that happen.
Yep.
Now we look at Kingston and we see Kingston and Woodlawn for what it is, but the airport is in Woodlawn. Coca-Cola is in East Birmingham, Kingston area.
Right.
Right now they're up there in Englewood. We have all this multi-million-dollar profiting companies that's not doing anything. Right now we have a international aviation school, Southern Museum of Flight.
Right.
And they're asking for kids to come out and be a part of it. That's why I think that you will be a great city council person, because you will put that information out there.
Yes, sir.
And a great app, not just because I'm one, but I think the best avenue you have about getting that information out there is the neighborhood association.
Yeah.
Which you have a great understanding about how neighborhood association operate. And that is, you get the information to the neighborhood association, they spread it out to that. That's what grows up a neighborhood association. People stopped caring a long time ago because nothing was getting done. Because you had the parkers there for a long time. And they didn't see a whole lot of things that they wanted happen. So people stopped coming to neighborhood meetings, and you think like that since they're not coming, they don't care. They just gave up. They did care, and they still do care, but you got to have somebody to facilitate this. I think you'll be great for that job.
I appreciate
I
it.
hadn't said that about anybody sitting at that chair right there, and I've been to all these here, but this is the first time I said that, and I believe what I'm saying.
I appreciate it. And I was there when that aviation information at your meeting. I was there.
You was shocked, wasn't you?
Yeah, and I think the guy who was in charge was there presenting it that day.
Yes.
And I actually posted some of that on my page. Those flyers, and that's what I'm saying. One thing about it, and going back to what you said about when I was talking about the city, they did come, and they come to meetings and they give out the stuff on the table, and they do that so they can say they did it. Like they say, we got all the resources out here. Now it's on you to share it, and they do give it, but we have to post it. We have to show it and let people know that it's there. Like I posted about that neighborhood repair stuff. It got like 83 shares. And so we have to give it out, the information to the people. But it boils down to representation. Everybody has to have proper representation. Like even with the mayor race, you got to look at the person and say, who do I believe is properly going to give the proper representation to all of us, not just certain demographics, but to all of us. Who do I believe is going to do it for us all?
Well, I'm glad you said that, Joe. And we leaned over. We won't have you here all night because I know we can go all night.
I'm fine. I live around the corner.
I got to ask you these few questions right here, though.
Okay.
All right, one. All right, we got, 8 people running for mayor plus incumbent or 7 plus incumbent?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you watch, and I'm quite sure you done looked at all them platforms. You're looking at the incumbent, what he doing. If you had to pick one, if you elected on council, and you had to work with one of those candidates for mayor, who would you pick?
if I had to work
Yeah,
with,
if you had to pick one, like all of them running, you had to say, give me that one. Who you think would be the best qualified for the job?
I
Or who
can't.
would you like to work with?
It's for me. It's threefold. Like because all of them carry different. See, I would like to work with the mayor if he's there because he's already in there, been in there 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
He already has power. He already has things that he's got in place. So it would be a benefit to work with him because he already has everything. But at the same time, Miss Gavan, she's a state representative. So she knows a lot about stuff. She has a lot of stuff that she can do. Then it comes around to Scales. Scales been a councilman for 9, 12 years before. She's a county commissioner. So I think all of them hold something dear. So I like to work with whichever one that's in there. So
That's a good answer.
Got an experience.
yeah,
Good answer, that's
yeah,
a-
but it's a truthful answer.
That's a good answer, Joe.
But I have see for me, this is where it's gonna boil down for me. To when it gets to the last couple of days. So I'm looking at who's consistent. Who's consistent. And for me, it boils down to showing who really cares. Now I can't understand. Now I have no gripe with the mayor. I don't really know him much. I had no meetings with him. But I don't understand how people don't come to the neighborhood meetings. Like for me, if you're incumbent and you're running, everybody should touch every neighborhood meeting. I haven't seen them at a lot of these neighborhood meetings. So that makes people feel like you got it in the bag. See what I'm saying? So, but there's other people that show up. So if people running against you show up, I think you should show up too, at least to one of them here and there. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's one thing that I didn't like seeing that from him. And so, but I think everybody has an attribute that I could learn from each one of them. So that's what I would say. I'm gonna see who's consistent. Who's consistent? When you see people, a boxer, when they're a good boxer, they can finish all the way strong. But the ones who can't withstand all the blows, they give out in certain rounds.
So we need to ask you this about 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, when it gets
All right,
when
that's
it gets
fair,
close,
that's
when it
fair.
gets close. See, right now everybody's on their thing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You see, so the mayor ain't doing a lot of videos now because he done got 5 murders in a week and a half. See what I'm saying? So he gotta go see what's going on. But like I said, that goes back down, and me personally, to resources. If we get all the pools open and make stuff like, hey, the city's sponsoring a family day at the pool. Get these kids in 100-degree heat in a cold pool. They ain't thinking about fighting. They ain't thinking about being angry. If you get the resources back in the pool, in the neighborhoods where people can go to them, do you know how many people are excited about Collegeville Pool now? I mean, it's jumping. Everybody can't wait to get open. But that excitement came when they start seeing them work on it. See what I'm saying? Eastlake been closed for probably 8 years now. You know how many people be excited to see Eastlake Pool open? And that will reduce crime. Despite what people say, if you get your resources that you're supposed to have as a taxpayer, it will reduce crime because people will utilize it. And so that's what I plan on doing. Every pool gonna be open in my district. We're gonna put benches and tables out there. We're gonna have family days where we'll have summertime where everybody come out and you get a table, you barbecue, you have fun. That's what I grew up in. And that's what I want to see come back. When you get that back, you get these young folks to act right. Because now everybody outside and people gonna tell you, hey, don't bring that here. Don't bring that here. You got old school outside now. But the problem is old school inside don't want to come out no more because of them. But when you reverse it, people start taking charge. Like, no, we don't play over here no more. Y'all gotta go over there with that. And then they like, all right, OG. That's what you gotta bring back. That's what you gotta bring back. But it takes representatives. It takes representatives to say, this is where all this money going. Let me ask you where you wanted to go. Not a mobile bus for $52,000. I can't get over that. I just want to see it. Ben and Matt, you got power. Call and find out where it's at. So
them to
you
pull
ought
up.
to do. Hey,
Hold
hold
on,
on.
I can
Hey,
read some of them
hold
books,
on.
man.
Hold
I
on.
can
You
read
ought
some
to
of them
do.
books.
You're a comedian. Why don't you go out there and have a camera and say, "Have your book out. I'm waiting on the mobile bus."
Waiting on the bus, man.
Mobile bus.
$52,000.
I remember tomorrow.
I'll
call
tell
us
you.
For the hell of us.
Oh yes,
Let the city
find
know.
out.
Let the city what
Everybody
it's about.
watching this, call the city, call your councilman, and say, "Hey, can the mobile bus come by here? Can it come in our neighborhood and read to us? We paid for it. District 4 paid $52,000 for it. Let it come read to you. It should play music."
So I was reading a few of these things. Like I see 450,000 split between District 4, 6, and 9 for the roof hardening and repair.
Yeah, you start reading, you start like, "Oh, where's?"
interesting.
Yeah, it's man. You got now. This one got me 70,000 to the Birmingham Urban League Workforce Development.
Yeah.
Now, where is that? Where is it workforce coming to help the kids get to work? Because I'm trying to find. I went to the city council meeting with the Holt Foundation. I had 25 kids, and I had 4 kids show up with me. Kobe over there came with me, and they wouldn't give me a dime. But this got $70,000 to the workforce, Urban League Workforce, and they may be a great company. But where is all I'm asking for is, if you gave all this money out and it's legit, why don't we see it posted? Why don't we see it online, the city councilman page, so we say, now, okay, let me take my baby, which people message me all the time about jobs. Let me take my baby over there to the workforce development program where I can get my baby a job because we gave them $70,000. Split between every district. So that means every district contribute money to give to this $70,000. So where is it? Now, we supposed to have a hell of a broadband system in Collegeville because we paid $100,000 for it.
Fast internet over there, man.
That's a fan. $100,000 to get to, man. It's supposed to go zoom.
Let's just ride over there and turn on the
Hey,
Wi-Fi.
I bet it go dead because when I go to Collegeville, they got 1 bar. So I don't know. Maybe they ain't working yet. Now watch this: 130,000 streaming coders of tomorrow. I have no clue, Benny. You smarter than me. Tell me what the streaming coders of tomorrow.
It depends on what tomorrow. You talking about tomorrow like Thursday, or tomorrow like Friday, or yesterday was tomorrow from the day before. We got to figure that out first, Joe. If we figure that out, then we'll see.
Hey, they got $130,000 though. The streaming coders of tomorrow. They up tomorrow now. So that between District 1 and 4 and 6. So that means District 1 gave some money. District 4 gave some money. District 6 gave some money to the streaming coders of tomorrow. They may be a great organization. I ain't knocking it, but where is the information so we can see how to teach us how to have coding? Because I can bring 10 kids down there so you can teach them how to code. Because it says of tomorrow, so if I can catch them tomorrow, I can bring 10 kids down there.
Catch them tomorrow,
I catch them tomorrow. So I just want to know what it is. I'm not knocking it. I just want to know.
Put it out there.
Put it out there. Because there are some people in this community that say, oh, well, I want to know what they do. I want to go sign up. So I post everything. So if I know what it is, they can sign up.
I'm going to be looking for that Willerwood improvement too, 150,000.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be showing up brand new.
Yeah, 250,000. Then you got 305,000 to the Jones Valley Teaching Farm Food Access Workforce Development. Now it says food access, workforce development. So whether we go to get some food or whatever, District 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9 gave $305,000. So what do they do so we can know Jones Valley Teaching Farm? I can bring 20 kids down to a farm to teach them something.
They raise plants behind Woodlawn High School.
They raise that's what that is.
Yeah.
Okay, so so is it open to the public?
No.
So they raise the plants, they raise the crops to give them away to the public, or they sell them to the public.
Well, you got to become a public. You know, you can't just walk up there and say, "Give me something." You got to go down there and build some kind of relationship with them.
Somebody,
and then they'll let you in.
Somebody just gave them $305,000. Somebody they walk up on them.
You pay the money, but
It's not free. It's just research. They just building and they plant crops and they researching and just growing crops.
I think I'm going to have to look into that.
It's where the Woodlawn band used to practice.
Yeah, I know exactly what when you said it, I knew exactly what it is. But I say it's not, so it's a multiple of them around the neighborhood for $305,000.
No, it's that one.
Only one in Woodlawn for $305,000. Okay, to growing crops. Okay, And they don't give them away. You gotta buy them, or
Now, you gotta go down there and build some kind of relationship with them, and then that's the step of whether you have to purchase something or they're gonna give it to you for free. I don't know.
Okay, well that is. See,
They haven't been very friendly with me.
they haven't been very friendly with you.
What, did you take the overalls that they were giving? They said you had to have them overalls and no shirt or no deal.
I didn't.
But that's
You
something.
ain't got the overalls.
But see, that's something. That's something that as a councilman, that's something that I'm supposed to go down there and talk to them, and I'm supposed to go live. And I say, hey, this is what we have. We have this Jones Valley teaching forum. So I guess they teach you how to farm. So if they do, then how many people? I go live and say, how many people? If you 50 years old, 60 years, you at home, you ain't doing that, come down here, let them teach you how to farm, grow your own crop. See, that's what's supposed to be done. Because I'm sitting here like, what is it? Then you inform me. So, but we keep doing that. Informing, you know how many people love to be down there using these resources? That's a $305,000 that nobody knows about. Now this one is $150,000, one place. COVID domestic violence impact. Now,
So you got whooped when you had COVID. Oh, okay. That's a good one.
evidence of based strategies. That's $150,000. COVID domestic violence impact. So what? I don't know what that is, Benny. You help me?
Well, now you know they say most of your students go down through nonprofit.
So, but this is what I'm saying. I don't know what COVID domestic violence. If somebody beating you while you sick, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you gotta be coughing.
So I want to know what it is. That's what I'm saying. So people are actually thinking like this. So that's what I'm saying. I'm in Kingston, I'm in Collegeville, I'm in Inglewood, and they want to know, what is this? What are we doing? How can I utilize this? So all I'm saying today is, when we got stuff like this, it's the councilman's job or official's job to come and do a live and say, hey, this is where your money went. How many people would love to come down to the COVID domestic violence impact and sit in the room and learn about this? How many people would like to learn about Build Up? Build Up got $150,000. What do they build up? Let us tell you about it, because District 1, 4, 6, and 8 gave money to it. $150,000 of your money. So do you want to know what Build Up is? That's what I'm going to do as a councilman. I'm going to go live. I say, hey, you know that $100,000 we gave a broadband? Look at my internet. That's what I'm going to do. If the capital project, this is what's going on. You got to go live. You got to give people information. You got to keep them informed. But I do want people to ask, where is that mobile library? Because that's got me. I just got me. And then there's a head of house program. It's $100,000 that our councilman gave $100,000 to the head of house program. We need to know what the head of house program is.
Because it was one more thing. Outside of the head of house program, I can't wait to see that walking trail over there in Stockholm.
Yeah, I want to go find it. I'm going to go try to find it tomorrow.
That's going to be a nice trail.
And the thing about with walking trails, when people say if it's an environmental clause where you got to have something environmental, like, or everybody say a walking trail or a little garden, you still have to put stuff in place to maintain that. Yeah. So it needs to be like $3,000 landscaping on there, where a guy gets $40 or $100 every time that he keeps the walking trail cut. Because I guarantee you, if it's there, it's covered up in grass, so nobody knows where it's at. So, because I live in Kingston, I grew up in Kingston. You know about Kingston. Have you seen the walking trail? You know where to go walk at?
I ain't been on a walking trail.
I
ain't gonna say it's not one.
Our walking trails was jumping over fence. That's what I walk. We had hurdles growing up. So I don't know where the walking trail is.
I ain't seen it.
Yeah, so we need to find out where the walking trail is. But I'm relating to the people, because when you come from these neighborhoods, they feel like I feel. Joe, we don't know where it's at. Joe, we feel misinformed. Joe, we don't know what they're doing with the money. Joe, why won't nobody talk to us? We feel powerless. And if I get elected, you won't feel powerless no more, because I'm going to sit here and come back to shows like this and say, hey, this is what we got. We finna build this over there. We finna build this over here. Now I'm going to hold myself accountable. Benny asked me some questions about it, so I can tell them. Call in or go on the live and ask a question about this $400,000 in Pine Knolls. Ask a question about it. What are we building? Because don't nobody know over here on this side we wasn't told that he was going out. See, this is one thing that I don't understand. Why do you go to the city meetings and tell them you had $3 million? That's one. You supposed went to every neighborhood meeting and say, I got $3 million. What are your needs? But no, you did what you wanted to do with the $3 million. Certain neighborhoods got almost $500,000, but other neighborhoods got nothing. I don't see Kingston on here. I don't see Inglenook on here. I don't see Collegeville on here. I don't see East Birmingham on here. I don't see North Birmingham on here. I don't see North Eastlake on here. I don't see Vice Hill on here. I don't see no areas on here but a nice neighborhood called Pine Knolls that got $435,000 for a capital project. And Kingston and Collegeville look like a third world country.
It ain't even detailed.
But that's what I'm saying. So, but you don't know about it till now. So I guarantee you, the people watching on this, they're gonna be making some calls. They're gonna start asking some questions because they never knew about it till now, and that's the problem. But the trick of the city is on the website, and so what they treat you like. If it's in a book, you'll never go look at it because you won't read. So they're saying it's on the internet. It ain't our fault. We posted where the money went. Y'all just didn't ask no questions. So that's why I say when I tell Benny, yeah, it's the city, but it's also the people, because they got it in plain sight. It's on the website. Catherine Phillip printed this off. Went on the website, printed this off. I said, give 3 copies. So I want everybody to see it. Now Benny looking at it saying, yeah, I want to know about this, because at first you didn't know about it. So now you got questions. See what I'm saying? And why is there no debate? See, shows like this, it should be a debate. Benny should stand right there, and he should ask me, Brian Gunn, Darrell Williams, and JT more questions. Because let the people have a good point of view of who they want to vote for. That's what we should be doing. If the president has a debate, why can't the local government is one of the most important positions there is in the city, the local government. They got so much power. The mayor just passed a budget of over $531 million. You mean to tell me that ain't some power? You got a mayor-council act. You know the mayor-council act? That means that's a strong mayor. They call it a strong mayor. When you got a mayor-council act, that means he's the last one to make the decision. Yeah, you say no. You say no. I tell you what, I veto you. It's my decision. It's like he's like the daddy of the house. Well, mama says she don't want this, and you say you want that. Well, the decision ends with your daddy. I'm the head of the house. That's what the mayor is. He's a strong mayor. So whatever you say, you really want this, you want that? Nah, this is what I say. So that's power. That's $531 million budget that he just got passed. You mean to tell me there ain't some serious power in a local government? And then you got councilmen that get $3 million each to do something in their district, but then they make decisions for a $52,000 mobile library? And they don't tell you where it is, where it drives. You can have these resources. You can load up on the bus and have coffee and all this and read a book or Dr. Seuss or whatever. You have no clue. Local government now, how powerful is the local government when the mayor just passed a $531 million budget? That's why you got so many mayors running. You know, they get elected, they the one in that seat with that $531 million power. That's power, man. That's power. So we got to realize that. You can look at the president and say, oh, man, the president is the most powerful. No. Come on down to mayor over local government that got that type of budget.
Rhonda said $591 million. He just said he want to straighten you out.
He said 591?
591.
Well, hey, 591. That's almost 600. Yeah, he got, that's power. So you have to be able to ask questions. Because like I said, if he's over that, then there should be people to say, hey, ask questions, hold him accountable. If it's a councilman in the seat, hold him accountable, ask questions. But it's unfair to assume. We can't assume that he ain't doing a good job. We can't assume that somebody else will do a better job. We got to ask questions. If you don't ask questions and stand up at the city council meeting and say, hey, is the mayor here? Can he come out? Because it's 30 people here want to ask him a question. I guarantee he'll come out. I guarantee he'll come out. So, but you got to hold everybody accountable. There's transparency across the board. And this is an example. When I was acting up in school at Kingston, the teacher said, I went home, she wrote me up. I told my dad, and my mama, it was the teacher picking at me, okay? So my dad and my mama came to the school, and they asked me and the teacher questions. Now, I got a whooping at the end. What they say? They held me accountable because I was lying on the teacher. So what do the people have to do? They got to go to the council meeting and say, all right, councilman, you told us this. Mayor, you said this. Now, who telling the truth?
True.
Who telling the truth? That way, you can't blame nobody. Because you got people going to say, we can't do that because of the Mayor Council Act. So they blame the mayor. The mayor saying, well, I gave you $3 million. What you mean you can't do nothing because of the Mayor Council? You got $3 million. So everybody throwing rocks and hiding their hand. So there has to be accountability on both parties. And it has to be transparency.
Rhonda Woodman said, when you mention Birmingham, then say his name. Mr. Gatterford or LO. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm like, hey, well, I was listening because sometimes he do joke like that.
No,
so okay,
he do be
put. You know, he'll do an emoji, a meme in a minute. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, the guy for the yellow. I'm like, okay, yeah. Did you have a question? I saw you for
Okay. This is just my opinion.
Okay.
I think all the local elected officials in the area may think they're being underpaid, so that long list of money you got up there, all you gotta do is follow the paper. You might get right back to those local officials.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Well, that's not just an opinion. That's a proven fact. I mean, if you look how many officials going to jail for found out they was having money and they was getting benefits and perks, so that happens. When you see a lot of money, I remember a partner of mine, he was working for the Brink Truck Company, and they was driving, and he only took 50 cents to buy a Coke, and he was gonna put it right back. They fired him anyway. He took 50 cents because they said if you take 50, you'll take 10,000. They said because what's keeping you from resisting the urge every time you get hungry or you want something to drink.
So that was a little hard on him now.
Yeah, but
he ain't but 50
yeah, but that's okay.
The whole time.
So watch this. Larry Langford only said, "Buy me some clothes." Larry Langford only said, "Buy me some clothes. I want some Coogee. You remember that though? Larry Langford, they busted him because they said, "Hey, he want Coogee." He told them a list of clothes he want. That's all he want was some clothes.
It was all right till you got that Burberry.
But
Burberry got him. Coogee was all right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But you gotta hold everybody accountable for and you right. If you trace the money, sometimes you will see it. But the city councilman they got a raise now. I think they make $50,000 now from 30 to 50, so they're getting a raise now. Oh. But see, what I look at is for me that's a come up. That's part time money. That $50,000. That's an extra $50,000 for two times a month to sit up there and say, hey, listen and say stuff. But for me, it's not really a job. I do this anyway. I be in the community. I go to the Kingston Park, Stockholm, and talk to the Little League coach that's got 6 kids out there. They ain't got no pizza. They ain't got no Gatorade. Nobody won't fund them. I'm there. Collegeville. I was out there with a video, making videos and posts every week to get the pool open. What happened? The pool got open. I was there at Keller Springs up there at their park when the city councilman told them, nope, that pool won't be open this year. I did a video. Next thing you know, he sent them an email saying they're going to do a capital project on the pool, and the pool will be open. And guess what they're going to do? Extend the pool time to September to give them time to enjoy it. Because I did videos on it. See, what happens to us as a people, and what's happened to a lot of people in the neighborhood, after so long of no change, you become numb to change. So you stop expecting change. Man, they ain't did that in a long time. Or they ain't on Collegeville pool. 1 year, they ain't gonna fix that pool. 2 years, man, they ain't never fix the pool. 3 years, then after 3rd year, you forget there is a pool. See what I'm saying? And that's what happens.
COVID was the big excuse.
That was on a short period of time. It was closed before that.
If you don't mind, I want to ask you this. There's the Shepherd Center was dear to me.
Yes, sir.
And so it's a partial thing, man. And so I keep bringing it up. The Shepherd Center was a place where was a hub for a lot of our senior citizens to go and relax themselves. They get cool during the summer. They warm up during the wintertime. We never know a person's situation. But it was a great meeting place. They meet each other. They date each other and stuff down there. It was just an excellent place for them to exercise, learn different things, do different things, go on trips. They tore it down.
Mm-hmm.
And they have no plans of replacement.
Right.
The people who was going to the Shepherd Center, now they from Woodlawn, from East Lake, surrounding area and stuff. The people who were going there now get on a bus and go all the way to Iron.
Mm-hmm.
You see anything for them? Anything for our seniors?
Well, that far as me, that I'm not a senior, and so it would take people like you because I got a vision for Patton Park, the Shield School, where we got a trade school and we can have things like that in there too, because they already got an event center type deal in there where y'all could meet and y'all could do the same thing y'all was doing over there. So our resources that's supposed to be in our community should be built up for our community. But what I will ask of you is to, if I get elected, write me a proposal. Say, Joe, we need this, we need that, we need a building for us in our district. You write it, but not only write it, get you 40 or 50 signatures on it that can bring to the city council, because the signatures have power. And so when you bring that, I can say, hey, President, I got a proposal I want to bring, and I got 50 signatures. I got Mr. Robert, who's a prominent in the community, a pillar in the community. We need something for them. I want to pass this, and we have a meeting with the mayor to get your voice heard. That's the stuff that we need, because I can't relate to your issue if you don't tell me your issue. So when you just told me. So now what I'm supposed to do as a councilman, I'm say, hey, bring me a proposal. Y'all get together, get you 50 signatures. That has weight. So that 50 signatures, I say, I got 50 people that feel unheard. They can't meet. They had them a little Christian mingle thing over there. They were doing research. They had coffee. It was something that was theirs. What in our district I can give them that's theirs? Like I may have buildings in District 4 that are abandoned, that instead of giving them to a business out of town for $1, why not recreate a better, improved Shepherd Center? That when you come in, it's $5 to come in. That goes to capital improvements. Save that for capital improvements. So if the air go out, we already collected over $1,000 of money from y'all paying $5 to come in, so we can fix the air. So all those type of things, it takes me and you coming up with something and bringing a proposal that we agree together. Because when I have the community with me, I have power. And I can't leave you out. The Shepherd Center was tore down and they didn't ask y'all nothing.
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. Because they made a decision without the people who voted them in. And that's where y'all got to come and raise all saying at the council meeting instead of just in your neighborhood meeting, because ain't nobody coming to listen to you. But you got to go to the council meeting and you got to say, we demand a replacement. That's what you should do. You should get everybody that you can and go down there and say, hey, you tore it down. You said it was full of asbestos. Okay, you got us on the environmental. But I tell you what, you're going to give us something else.
But we talked to JT Moore about that.
But that wasn't power. That he doesn't represent you.
Well, yeah, he does. He's on the party.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying you've already told him stuff that he never did. You got to go to.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. The people from Collegeville, they talked to him too.
Yeah.
But what did they do yesterday?
Yeah.
8 people went to the council, and they was heard, and they got a meeting that day.
Yeah.
And you know who came in there with the meeting? He did. So
Moore?
Yeah, he came in there and sat with them while they was telling the city what they feel about their community. Because the 8 people, now it only took 8 that day, and they demanded something, and the news took it up. So what I'm telling you is, if you're passionate about the Shepherd Center, you shouldn't just hold it in your heart. You should take some people and go up there and raise hell about it.
Was there a Reverend Hines at that meeting?
Yes, it was.
Oh.
Yeah, he spoke. Yeah, he spoke. It's on the web. It's on.
I get the phone call, baby.
Yeah.
The neighborhood association.
Yeah.
We never slow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, and that's a good point. And you helped make my point with that.
Yeah.
He said, was there a Reverend Hines in it?
Yeah.
What did he
You
do?
know-
He
you know
pulled
I
out his
was
phone.
there.
You
Yeah.
pulled out your phone and said, oh, I got him. But see, if everybody does that, you know what? I know Betty will go with me. Now, I know Tim will go with me. Now he retired, he'll drive me, and y'all go up there together. That's what has to happen, because if you start showing them, yeah, y'all run it, but y'all don't run it by yourself. Y'all don't run it by. That's what you got to get back to. And those people got to come out of their house and they got to come there and say something. So if you get 13 people or 10 people come with you, I guarantee you get a Shepherd Center replacement. But you got to go say something. And that's my point. You say you told JT.
Mhm.
What did it get you?
Just a bunch of nothing.
See?
Him and Councilor Quinn.
Okay, so when I was working a job, I used to report it to my supervisor and say, hey, y'all ain't treating right, I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. My supervisor sent me home. So I had to go home and I had to write HR. I said, I'm being discriminated against, I'm being mistreated. Ding, ding, ding. All right, hey, Ms. Joe, you got to meet with HR tomorrow to hear your concern because you said keywords, discrimination, hostile work environment. We're going to give you a meeting right now. You went to your supervisor. You went to the person representing you. So don't you think you need to go to HR? Don't you think you need to go to the mayor? And your name got pulled. All you got to do is make some calls. You got at least 10 people coming with you. So take them 10 people and go before that mic and say, hey, I want to speak, sign up on the paper, and go there and speak and say, I'm Mr. Robert. You're going to give me another Shepherd Center. What we got in District 4? That's what we got to get back to. Because no matter what, if I'm elected councilman, I'm elected councilman. But at the same time, you elected me. So you got to show me, hey, we still got you now. We still got power. And if you let people forget that you got that power, they'll forget about you.
No, that's what's happening. That's what's happening, Brother Joe.
Yeah.
Well, you got a website that if anybody want to call you, donate, just holler at you, just talk anything about anything leading up to the election.
It's joeknowsdistrict4.org. And then we also have the Holt Foundation for Change as well. That's a website for kids that want to get a job or want to learn about trades. We're trying to build that up for donations with a nonprofit because kids like Kobe over there, young men like Kobe, he's not a kid, 19.
Kobe.
He goes with me everywhere. And that's why I tell people, when they talk about these kids from 18 to 25, they don't want to do nothing, they ain't trying to do nothing. That's not true. If you show them something different, they will support you, they will follow you, but you can't act like them. You got to be different from them. I can't be around there acting like them and then say, follow me. They're like, well, you do what I do. But when I show them something and I show them that I am an OG, I am somebody that got wisdom, you can follow me and learn, they will show up. This boy here sitting right there with me the whole night because he supports me. Now, if I had to call other ones, they would have came, but I didn't want all of them to come. But that's just the weight I have. But you can go on the Hope Foundation for Change, and you can donate on that for the help other kids, help come to construction sites, learn. But my website is joeknowsdistrict4.org. And but most importantly, I want to say to people is go vote, man. You have no excuse. If you keep what you have 4 more years of the same thing. So you have to make a change. I'm gonna be able to go to God and say I did my part. I put myself out there. I wanted a change. I ran for the change. But the people have to vote me in at the end of the day. If you're tired, show you're tired. That's what you have to do. And that's what I'm asking people to do. I can only show myself, and I'm not running from no podcast. I'm not running from no interviews. I got interviewed by AL.com the other day, and they interviewed me. It went up this morning. People saw that. Anybody want to talk to me? I'm not hard to find because I'm going to continue to say the truth. And man, I applaud y'all and applaud you. Ben, you've been around doing comedy, been an example for the kids. I mean, for umpteen years. And it's good to see y'all doing this, man. And I hope more people come. I think I'm the first councilman candidate to be on here, I think. Mm-hmm. And I invite everybody to come here, man. Y'all come and show y'all self.
No.
Like, come and...
JT said he coming next week and tell Joe to sit his ass up front.
I was finna ask him, was that real?
On God. Nigga. He put nigga at the end on 4 dots. I don't know what that means. I'm just curious.
Hey, but this how real I am. Like, Councilman Moore, come here and talk about this. Don't let me just say stuff. And if you got reasonable reasons for why you gave $400,000 to Pine Knoll, not Kingston, Collegeville, Inglenook, East Birmingham, then come say it. If you know where the bus at and we can find it, you know where the library bus at and we can find
We
it.
gonna find that
We go. Hey, well he knows he gave $52,000. Show us. I got kids that will sit on there and read from the Holt Foundation.
Wheels on the bus.
Wheels on bus,
round
like,
and
and
round
that
and
Bus
round
roll up
and
on you. You
round.
got to go live.
You gotta go live,
Oh,
and that's
You
what I'm
got to
saying.
go live the first time you see it.
But
I
you
don't
know
care
what?
you doing.
I guarantee you it's going to be something like this. When we're working on the bus, we have plans to fix a bus for it. See, that's where they get you at. Now, we gave it to it, but where is it? Well, we're working in the process. Now, you gave $100,000 for Collegeville broadband.
Whether they're
What-
running or not, you got to go live.
where's our internet? Well, we're working on the internet. This is see, they give the money, then they say it's a process. But then the process has no date. See, it has no date. Collegeville Pool is being worked on, but what is the date of opening? So are you going to leave it like it is and see if you win and then you finish it, or you going to leave it for me? You can leave it for me. It's fine, because I'm going to make sure it run. But what are you going to do? Stop giving us the ideas, but don't give us no finish line. That's where the people got to stop. We got to ask more questions. What is the finish date on this stuff? There's a bus riding around. I'm not gonna let that go, man. There's a
That's all now.
public. See, if we got libraries that are closing, this is what I want people to understand. Let's do this deductively, like PMJ say. If we got libraries that are not funded and closing, okay, let's make it make sense. And they're not funded and closing. Why do we have one on wheels? If you saying people, remember there was something going on where they were saying the libraries wasn't open, remember? They said we couldn't get in the libraries. We don't need our libraries.
We just opened mine.
You just open yours. So if you just open your library, why do we need one for $52,000 on wheels? See, it's common sense. It's common sense. If we got buildings that are libraries that nobody are coming in now, that you're saying we don't need all these libraries, we don't need all these rec centers, we got too many. Why did you put one on wheels?
Gotta find out what nonprofit that is.
That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna tell it.
But see, that's what I want people to do. I want people to ask questions and go do your own research. Go do your own research. I'm not saying this because I'm running. I'm asking this because I'm concerned. Because I know kids in Kingston that need groceries, but every other district doing grocery drives with their money and passing out groceries and bags of groceries. District 4 hadn't did now drive. He's running for a campaign. Is he trying to impress y'all at all? Ain't been no groceries given away. Ain't been nothing, no toiletries, no T-shirts, no nothing given away, and he's the incumbent.
We got a mobile library.
But we want to see where district
Don't
is
worry
in.
about well.
Have you seen
Don't
the school
worry
bus?
about well.
I haven't seen the school bus.
The school bus is really nice. A lot of people hadn't seen it, but it's right down on 64th Street and 2nd Avenue, Aviation Avenue. It's right down there. It's a short bus. They have rims, a beautiful paint job, speakers on the inside that'll blow your mind.
So we got a
It's
party
just-
bus.
It's a party bus.
Oh, okay.
Birmingham City School
It's
has it.
in
It's
yellow.
right, it's right
They
down
got a
the
party
street.
bus.
Yeah.
What is it supposed to do?
I would like to know that. I asked for it to come out to our neighborhood fun day, and it never would bring it out. I don't know who get to see it. I just know it exists.
And see that's what it goes back to, Benny Mac. You see what I'm saying?
They got nice rims.
But that's what I'm saying. Y'all should go up there and ask. See, that's what it's always gonna come back to the people to say, you know what, we got a pretty bus over there on rims, it got speakers. I asked for it to come to our fun day.
Beautiful paint job.
Y'all a beautiful paint job that you paid for now. You're a
Yes, you
taxpayer.
paid for it.
So it won't come. So councilman, if President Darrell Quinn, can you tell me why it won't come to us? Can you tell us why it's just sitting there and we can't get it, and he's the president of a neighborhood meeting that can't get the bus to come to him? See, that's why I say it's always gonna come back to the people seeing something, just like they say with crime. What they say, if you see something, you say something. So that's what I'm saying. It's always gonna come back. And that's why I say all my young folks out there that listen to me, hear me, if you see the mobile bus, call me, text me, wherever you see it at, because I guarantee you it's not running, I guarantee you it's not up and working. They just put the money there to write it off to give it to somewhere else. I guarantee you. You can hold me to it. Go find it. And if I'm wrong, come back and say, Joe, you're wrong. We found it. Find it. Because I've been riding around there. I never seen a mobile library. And we got libraries that they're trying to close. Why did we put one on wheels? All this stuff makes sense if you start researching, start thinking. Most accountants, the good accountants, how do they whoop you? With a pen and knowing how to put stuff a certain way. How do they steal money from athletes? They say, yeah, you know what? We did this, and it's called the leg pain account. And we're going to put $250,000 to your leg pain account. And then by the time you retire, you broke because they stole everything from you through a leg pain account. That's what I'm saying. That's what this is. It's the mobile library. The leg pain account.
That's what it is.
Well, that's what it is, man. It's been a great episode of Barbershop Story, the podcast, episode 141. Make sure you go to the polls on August 26th. That's from 7 to 7, right?
Yes, sir.
You got 12 hours to get your vote in.
Joe.
All right, what they vote at in District 4? Some of the polling locations? Or if anybody who hadn't got set up, where do they need to go if they still got time to do it?
I think it's Hudson. Can you say it out loud? Go ahead. So what's the vote location? Willowwood?
It's quite a few because, but some of them is Willowwood.
Well, they remodeling Willowwood for $150,000. So
They ain't started yet.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be there.
We got
Hudson.
Hudson, Marquez, and I got a list of them.
Okay.
Let's see, Smith.
Yep.
Because we stretching from Kingston all the way up through Roebuck.
Okay.
So, and when I say it's probably about 20 different locations.
Okay.
Yeah, they can Google it.
So,
But they can take and go on my page because I listed all of them.
okay, so y'all make sure y'all go to what? Catherine
Catherine
Felder?
Fielder, but I tagged Joseph in it so they'll know
Okay.
exactly where to go. I listed it by zip codes and the areas.
Okay, yeah, we just want to make sure, because believe it or not, a lot of folks don't know where their polling place is.
That's true, man.
Yeah, so we want to put that out there.
August the 11th to register to vote or either change their address.
Mhm.
And they can do that they can do it online through the Alabama voters registration. That way they don't have to go anywhere. They can do it online and it'll show up, the change will show up in like 7 days.
Okay.
So they can take and do that too. Register and change their address. Because a lot of people do stay in the district, but they probably still have a mama address on their driver's license and that's where they register to vote. So they need to make sure they register in the district in which they are.
Okay, all right, well, we appreciate that info. So, hey, vote for Joseph Holt. August 26th, 2025, the year of our Lord. Man is from the district, so hey, you can expect to see some real change.
Yes.
Instead of just all the talk, because if not, we're going to come by there and get him.
I hope
We're
so.
going to come by there and get him and ask him.
And that library.
Yeah.
And I
hopefully-
plan on coming back. I plan on coming back though.
Yeah, right.
This is something that we need to use as a resource when people get in office or when they're going for office. This is something good to use. So I look forward to if I win, I look forward to coming on here, and this is a good avenue to say, hey, this is what we got going. This is what I got going for District 4. This is a food drive that we're having, and partner with places like this. It would be good that I can, have some discretionary fund and say, all right, the first 100 kids get a haircut and whatever Benny gonna charge or whatever, and let's come through here, support our local businesses throughout our district. We gotta get back to stuff like that where we knew the councilman, the city knew the people, and they came and invested in the people. He's not just talking, vouching for me because he's just doing it. He's vouching for me because he know me. That's where it's supposed to get back to. And we got to get back to that transparency, and you have my number. And somebody come in and say, hey, they just shot up my house and the police can't come. Now, hold on. I got the councilman number. Let me call him. And that power exists. That's what we got to get back to.
All right.
Hold on, Joe. We gonna be calling.
I appreciate it.
All right, hey, well,
You know me. I look forward to it. It's no problem.
All right, well, hey, great episode 141.
Yes.
Y'all make sure y'all go to the polls, man. We'll see y'all next week. Cause we're gonna have the other District 4 man up in here. We finna see if Joe was just talking or Joe know what he's talking about.
Yes, sir.
So next week we'll be back with JT Moore.
Awesome.
And y'all make sure y'all tune in on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We love the info. Mayors, councilmen, neighborhood presidents, hey, we want to hear from them all because it affects us all, whether we know it or not. So thank you, Mr. Holt, for coming on.
Thank you, man.
Best of luck.
Yes, sir.
Best wishes, man, on the run. It's coming up in what? About a month?
Yeah, about a month. Yeah, we
About a month.
almost there. We almost there.
Okay.
So I look forward to it, man. I just want to see what the people say.
Okay, we're gonna see. But before y'all get to the election, now there's a comedy show coming up tomorrow. That's on the 20th. Matter of fact, Bill, a month away. Almost.
Oh, wow.
A month away.
Yeah.
Y'all to come through, man. So it can't be all about city business. Come in and get your good laugh. It's tomorrow, 7:30, live at the Start On. That's
awesome.
in District Hoover. It ain't in District 4 or 5. That's in District Hoover. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all.
How
come
much
on
the
up
tickets?
there. The tickets there are $25.
Yeah, I think I came.
25.
I saw you. I think in 2023. I think what's the guy from I like from 5150. What's his name?
5150. What? Corey Holcomb?
Yeah. I think you was doing something with Corey Holcomb.
Nah, that wasn't me. I ain't gonna even stunt like that.
No,
That
I
wasn't
thought
me.
you opened up for him something. I saw your face on there. I could have sworn that was you.
No, them too small time right now, man. I gotta scratch and survive and get
Okay.
on up there yet, but not quite.
Okay.
But I got something even better tomorrow though.
All right.
7:30.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go to the website BennyMac205.com or recoveringhope.com. That's HOE, and HOE is Hibbing Out East Lake or Hell of an Entertainer. See, y'all thinking wrong. But yeah, man, we'll see y'all next week, man. Shout out to Z-Lands Media for recording us and lighting us up,
Yes,
making
sir.
it look good. Appreciate everybody for coming on out and spending the time to listen to this candidate talk about what he can do for District 4 City of Birmingham.
Yes.
And that's what it is. We'll see y'all next time. I bring you that funny for a little money. There's always something to laugh at. Bye.
That info flowing, man.
All right, Mr. Joe.
Man, with the game,
Yeah, I got
Joe.
that phone call saying Rev Hine was in there. So he